Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 4. We got some climbing to do, the rankings have reset, and in the last draft video we did go 3-3 with what I thought was a decent but not fantastic Gruul Lander deck. So hopefully we can turn things around and do some climbing, hit Mythic, and get out of the rut that we've had to start out this format. I don't know what it is about this format. I think it's because maybe we've had a bunch of slow-ish formats back to back to back, and now I feel like I need to kind of switch my mindset, but let's see what we can do in this draft. Now, before we head into the draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, or you wanted some singles to round out your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for all your product and supplies needs. You need deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes. Well, I might have repeated myself there, but you need everything outside of the actual cards themselves. Heavyplay.com is the place to go. They got a ton of great stuff. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. They are also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so swing by their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Alrighty. What do we got this time? There's a lot of like ridiculous rares in this format. Is this one of them? Entropic Battlecruiser. 4 mana for a spacecraft. Station 1+. Whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. That doesn't matter. But Flying Death Touch, whenever this attacks each opponent discards a card, each opponent who can't loses 3 life. I see. I don't think I love this card. This is a rather unimpressive pack overall. Reroute Systems is okay. Like, all of these cards are just fine. I think Gravkill is just the best card in the pack. It's just a premium removal spell that that's highly splashable. So I think I will start things off with the Gravkill just because with all the landers that exist in this format, this is a really nice card to just play and splash potentially in any deck. Ooh, Extinguisher Battleship, 8 mana. For a spacecraft, when this enters, deal 4 damage to each creature, and it destroys target non-creature permanent. That's the big thing, though. It doesn't actually kill another permanent when it comes into play. So, not sure how good this card is. It is very exciting. It's expensive. But is it better than something like an Edge Rover, which is just a really, really good 1-mana play? All right, I'm going to take it. I mean, if you think about it, this is kind of like the pinnacle ship. It costs 1 more, but it's a 10/10 flying trampler. And I mean, it seems really powerful, but you have to build around it for sure. I do like the Edge Rover a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Edge Rover was the pick, but we're going to go for the sweeter pick here in the Extinguisher Battleship and see what we can make happen in this draft. All right. I mean, and look, if there's a world where we can't play it, we can't play it. Moving on to pack 1, pick 3, there's a Sir Vondam, which is quite strong. There's a Drix Fatemaker, which is okay. And outside of that, there's another Entropic Battlecruiser, which, again, I don't think is particularly strong. So I'm looking at Sir Vondam, which I think has the most upside, but I don't know how good Extinguisher Battleship is in a black-white deck. But, you know, I don't necessarily have to play it. Like, I'm going to just take Sir Vondam just because it's a really good card, and then kind of figure out where we need to be. I mean, this is also potentially a splashable card if I do end up in, for example, a black-green deck splashing white. Here we have Eumidian Terrabotanist, Night Luminary, Hull Carver, and Cosmogoyf as options. So if I wanted to go down the green route, I can take the Terrabotanist, but given that I took the Sir Vondam, like, I think this might be a slightly stronger card. There's also this, but I don't know how good this is, just like a random Tarmogoyf effect. Given that I took Sir Vondam, maybe I should just take Night Luminary here and try to play maybe a go wide strategy. I haven't done that in a bit, and maybe that's where I want to be here. Pack 1, pick 5. Oof, this is a loaded pack. Beamsaw Prospector, Dockworker Drone, Emergency Eject, Galactic Wayfarer, and Social Engineering. And this card is actually surprisingly strong. Not sure it's better than the Galactic Wayfarer, though. I think I'm just going to take the Galactic Wayfarer here. I think it's the best card in the pack. I think the Dockworker Drone is fine and the Eject is fine, but this card is just so strong. Hopefully this just means that, like, green might be open. It's green's best common, in my opinion. Another Emergency Eject, and there's a Monolith Sentry here as well, but there's another Galactic Wayfarer, so Perhaps a green-black deck is where we need to be here. We are seeing lots of... Basically, is it artifacts does not seem very open, and some combination of green, white, and black could be where we need to be here. All right, yeah, Diplomatic Relations, pack 1, pick 7. Green is absolutely open here. There's also another Hull Carver and a Graph Pack Monoist, so this leads me to believe that green-black is where we need to be. There was a Cosmogoyf as well. Wish I kind of had that, but I think I'm going to take the Relations here. I don't have that much removal right now, so I will take that over like a Graph Pack Monoist. Oh, wow, that's a really late Cryogen Relic. There's also a Kov Landseeker, a Focus Fire, Beamsaw Prospector. I mean, there's a lot of good cards here. I mean, every card in this pack outside of Zealous Display, I don't mind. I guess we'll take the Beamsaw Prospector here. Just so, I mean, playing Beamsaw Prospector puts us into black-green, which gives us a much higher chance of potentially splashing the Servandum. Pack 1, pick 9 gives us a pretty uninspired pack. I'll take a Sky Stinger in case I need it for my mana curve. Although, I guess Volkguard Trooper is also an option. But let's just take this for the mana curve. Although, I don't really want to play it. Here, there's a Hilderblade and a Germinating Worm. And I'm actually a very big fan of the Germinating Worm. And honestly, this build, going a black-green base is so much better to be able to try to play a deck based around the Extinguisher Battleship. So, I don't mind where we're at here. We'll take Litho Breaking maybe on the splash. I don't know if we're going to play it, though. Hemosymbic Might, I don't really love in straight black-green. Granted, we're not necessarily 100% straight black-green, but we didn't see a million white cards. We saw some, but green was definitely the color to be. What is this? Scavenger Grounds. Exile all cards in all graveyards. Now, this card is really strong. Gene Morph Imago. But I wonder how good it is on the splash. What else do we have here? There's a Siege Ship Impact and another Diplomatic Relations. I mean, I think I'm going to take it here. It's got one of the highest win rates in the format. So I'm going to try it and see if maybe we just like play a lot of different colors and, you know, try to find a way to fit this into our deck. Pack 2, pick 2, we have Command Bridge for mana fixing, a Germinator Worm, and I do think I probably want to be a black-green base here just because I didn't see a ton of blue. So then we have Hull Carver for something to play early. I don't really care too much about the Survey Mechan. So it's between the Hull Carver and the Germinating Worm. There's also the Command Bridge. You know what? I always end up with not enough cheap things to do. I'm going to make a somewhat, what I believe to be a somewhat responsible pick there and take a Hull Carver just to make sure that I shore up my early game, just because I am trying to play a deck that gets to the Battleship in the late game. Here we're seeing some blue cards here, but this is a double blue card in the Starwinder, so I think I'm just going to take Diplomatic Relations over Ice Cave Crasher. We still could use a few more interactive spells, noting that I do know that the Crasher is pretty good. But I'm going to take the Relations here, just for more interaction. Dubious Delicacy is fantastic. Going to take it here. There's a bunch of Artifacts cards in Pack 2, but that makes sense, because Blue-Red was very, very cut off in Pack 1. So now we're seeing the Mechans, we're seeing the Memnons, but it's fine. We're still taking a very solid card in the Dubious Delicacy. All right, so black-green... 0 black and green cards, a million white cards. Xenomorph Imago on the splash. I don't really love Pedigree Beckoner or Peregree Beckoner. I'm just going to take an Orbital Plunge in case, like, I lack removal and I'm going to need to splash, okay? All the cards here on the right are my maybe stack. Pack 2, pick 6, again, just literally all the black and... Like, I feel like the person that we were passing to in Pack 1 ended up in some kind of black-green deck. Here, I'll take a Sammy's Curiosity. I mean, we're certainly looking to ramp and potentially play a bunch of different colors. So let's go ahead and take that. Pack 2, pick 7 gives us... I'm just going to take another Germinating Worm. Look, we're playing a Golgari kind of control deck. I really wish I had the Cosmogoyf here. Here, very easy Blooming Stinger. Now, these Death Touch cards work very well with Diplomatic Relations. So, very, very happy to pick up some cheap Death Touch cards. And then Pack 2, pick 9. I'll take a Swarm Caller. It's a fine card. If I don't have anything to sacrifice, it's kind of mediocre. And I think Hemosymbic Might is better in a deck that's looking to be a bit more aggressive. So, probably not something that I want here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here, pack 2, pick 10. There's a Debris Field Crusher, but I'll take a Survey Mechan. I mean, maybe there's a world where we play so many colors where the Mechan can be good, and I'm very happy that Ice Cave Crasher tabled here. Just a really solid creature to play on curve. Just good stats, right? Just good stats overall. Pack 3, pick 1 gives us, this is the Gaia's Cradle Station, which I don't care for. There's both Vote Out and Graph Kill and Siege Ship Agrarian. I think my removal is actually pretty decent right now. So I think I'm just going to take the Agrarian. I don't have that many 4s, and, you know, this is a nice card with Spacecrafts. So I think sometimes, like, that's a pick where sometimes you take the removal spell and sometimes you take the creature. And there, I feel like, given our spell situation, I took the Agrarian. Pack 3, pick 2 gives us a really interesting pick. Really strong pack, but there's Fell Grab Ship, which is a good recursion card. And then just another Galactic Wayfarer, which is perfect for the 3-mana part of our mana curve. And I do think I'm going to take one of those over something like a Close Encounter or the Graph Pack Monoist. I mean, I know, like, getting things back is good, but I just feel like you can never have enough Galactic Wayfarers. I'm just going to take a Galactic Wayfarer here. I just can't get enough. Every time I play this on turn 3, I just feel so good. All right, here in a black-green deck, I guess we just take Graph Pack Monoist just as another solid 3-mana play. Although, admittedly, it's not at its best in a Golgari deck. It's better if you can sacrifice or whatever, but it's still a totally fine card, I think. All right, pack 3, pick 4. The power level of the packs are looking quite low. I will just take a Command Bridge here, just for a little mana fixing. And pack 3, pick 5. There's a Larval Scoutlander. This one is super nice. I think I'm going to take that here. There's another Sarvandum. There's a Momenon. But I think this is just a nice way to potentially let us splash the Genomorph Imago. Here we have the choice between Harmonious Grove Strider and Ice Cave Crasher. And I'm actually going to take the Crasher for the sake of my mana curve. I think the Grove is quite good, but I just want more 4s, and I have a couple of 5s already. And I think that was, again, just a mana curve decision. Here I'll take a Galactic Wayfarer over a Siege Ship Impact. And hey, look, 4 copies of Galactic Wayfarer. And, wow, look at this pack. Late Orbital Plunge and a Zookeeper Mechan. But, I mean, this deck is now capable of just beating people down, which I really, really like. I'm going to take Monoist Sentry, but I don't know that I'm going to play it here just because I don't have that many Spacecrafts, and I guess I don't have a million cheap things to play, so it's something I can consider. I don't think Orbital Plunge is necessarily worth the splash, and I don't know about Servandum either. I think just splashing for the Imago might be good enough. And now there's a Cryogen Relic, which I don't really like on the splash, but honestly, Shattered Wings probably is main deckable in this format. And given that I don't have that much interaction, I think I could certainly consider playing this card. So maybe cut this, maybe cut this. There are the Perigee Beckoner and the Mechan, which I might play. Biosynthetic. Honestly, Biosynthetic Burst might be good in this deck. Just because, given how the packs went, like, there's a world where I can just play more like a mono-green Stompy. Like, honestly, I'm basically mono-green here with some black cards and some blue cards. But the color that was by far the most open was my green card. So, you know, what's funny is, you know, given how the draft played out, I think I'm kind of interested in the Biosynthetic Burst here as a good combat trick. I don't know. I mean, alternatively, like, I can just look to try to play a... Like, do I want to play a deck that leverages the Mechan and play both of these? I don't know if my mana is good enough to support this, though. Like, I just don't know that I have the mana to support this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could just try to play like a slightly slower build, and the Imago is more like... I mean, if you think about it, this is more like a late game card. It's like, in the late game, it's just a 6/6 flyer. And it can turn other things into 6/6s, and I think that's where a lot of the power lies. And I do have trouble surviving in the early game, so I actually do have to play the Mono Essential. In which case, I'll cut the Beckoner here. And I don't know that I'm looking to go super wide, so I'm not sure about the Servandum on the splash. Shatter Wings can maybe go if I'm going to play the Orbital Plunge. And the only reason that I would want to play the Plunge is not only does it make a lander, but it also just makes the Mechan a little bit better. But I don't know if this is like worth the splash. You know what? Let's not get too crazy here. Let's just cut those. I mean, I needed to make a bunch of cuts anyways. Our creature count is quite high, 17. All right, this is not really a Mechan deck either. And I kind of like all my expensive stuff. I mean, granted, this is, like, realistically, I'm going to be able to play this on turn... Actually, no, it's a 5-drop. It's a 5-drop. Because it's like I play a turn 3 Wayfarer, and then I sack the lander, and then I get the island. What's our color situation? Okay, that looks okay. Do I want to play 2 islands just to increase the chance of playing this on 2? Or, I mean, having 9 green sources is totally fine here. The Monoist looks like it can be pretty weak. There's also Sammy's Curiosity, which might not be necessary here, given that I'm only like a 3-color deck. Because it doesn't just get you it gets you a lander, right? And then what do I do with said lander? Actually, I want to just try this card. Maybe it's still fine in a 3-color deck. Let's see. 7 mana to deal 3 damage and draw 3 cards and gain 3 life. Seems okay. And I have a lot of ramp up here. 4 Wayfarers, Larval, and a Sea Chip Agrarian. Maybe I don't want this. And then maybe I can cut the Monoist, just because for 3s, I like all my other 3s here better. And I want to just play to the board. Now, and I feel like the Crashers and the Agrarian is better. Yeah, and, you know, this is just like, I mean, it helps to survive, but I do think it's just generally, just because a lot of this format is about like having good stats. The stats on this isn't great, and I don't have a whole lot of ways to sacrifice. And my deck's just trying to get to the late game and just like beat them with Crashers, Worms, and Battleships. So why don't we try something like this? And, you know, even the Germinating Worms can gain us some life and get to the late game here. And I like everything else. And yeah, we're playing, again, just slightly a more late game focused deck. And let's see how this deck plays out. Now, noting that, okay, I don't want 3 islands. That's crazy. All right, let's do something like this. I do have some cheap black cards. 8-4 seems fine. And Command Bridge works with the Survey Mechan and gives us some of the colors. I don't love the card, but I think it's okay to play in this deck. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Want to give a special shout out here to the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a community of folks also looking to up their limited game. All right, opponent on the play here. Our first play is Galactic Wayfarer on 3. We also have some Larval Scoutlanders. This is actually a really interesting hand in the sense that it might actually be correct not to run out a turn 2 Germinating Worm and save it to be able to station the Larval Scoutlander. So that's something that I might consider looking into here. Let's just discard. Oof. Let me think. I'm not sure if the Crasher was better or worse than the Germinating Worm. I think I just want more of the Galactic Wayfarer stuff going on, but not 100%. Here I'm going to go Galactic Wayfarer. Never can have too many of these. And then next turn I can play the Larval Scoutlander and sacrifice the Lander token to get 2 lands, which is incredible. Comet Crawler, not the best creature. Virus Beetle, though, very, very annoying. Hull Carver, sure. If they want to attack and sack their Virus Beetle, be my guest. The question for me is, do I block? They have 2 cards in hand. That's a Creeping Tar Pit. Okay, let's keep our life total high. Let's sack the lander. Get an island and a swamp. All right. I mean, this is looking quite nice. Next turn, I can go Agrarian plus Hull Carver. And then tap the tap the Agrarian to make a lander token, which is quite nice. We're at a pretty high life total here, so the tar pit's not going to destroy us just yet. Yeah, I guess I kind of wanted the Germinating Worm here. So, I don't know, maybe that was kind of close. Pull through the weft to get a couple things back. That's extremely slow, though, so I am totally okay with that. Does this give haste? Interesting. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this, okay? 4/4. Because I want to be... there's a way I can do this where I can saddle this up or station this immediately. So I think it's this. Play a land. Turn this into a 6/6. Station. And then play the Agrarian. Station again. Nice. Let's attack for 3 in the air. And that was fantastic. And I'll just pitch the Hull Carver here. Don't really need a Death Touch creature, I don't think. Comet Crawler. Okay. Yeah, I mean, things looking fantastic here for us. This can attack as a... Oh, oh, this thing flies too? Wow, this is ridiculous. Okay. Let's attack. Oh, they have a Death Touch creature. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, that was clearly bad. All right. Yeah, no, that was... I just lost my lander source. Let's turn this into a 6/6. And let's just pass. Let's play an Ice Cave Crasher. Yeah, that was a mistake. My bad. For some reason, I just thought this was a 1/1, which is clearly not good. I mean, we're still in a very, very good spot, for sure. Like, we have a lander here and a Wayfarer, so it's not too much of a concern. I can turn that into a 6/6? Okay, well, anyways, let's turn this into a 6/6. This thing tramples. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is just infinite damage. All right, Ice Cave Crasher is an absolute beating. Okay. All right, happy enough with that. Picking up a win right now. We got to build that confidence. 1-0. All right, opponent on the play here, and yeah, we have a fine hand. Now, we can't play out that command bridge on turn 1. That's a Gene Pollinator, turn 1, sure. All right, well, I mean, we have the Extinguisher Battleship here, so we are fully committed to ramping into this and trying to, and our opponent's curving out nicely here. This Beamsaw Prospector hopefully will buy us some much-needed time. Several different options, depending on whether or not they choose to attack. Like, I'd be very, very happy trading the Prospector here with the Stinger. Or anything. I mean, I'll trade it with the Gene Pollinator if I have to. That's a Thawbringer, sure. And if they choose not to attack, well, I'll just play the Galactic Wayfarer. Alright, they kept on top. Yeah, let's play the Wayfarer. This is a good combo with the Germinating Worms, because they survive. Beamsaw Prospector is absolutely outrageously good right now against my opponent's board. They just don't want to trade any of their things against it right now. I mean, maybe they attack? I don't know. They could. I mean, we're still very, very far away from getting to the battleship here. We're 3 lands away. Perhaps I should hold on to the Monolith Sentry, just because it does a really good job of stationing things up. Okay, alright. You know what? I'm okay with that. And I'll take... I mean, I guess I could block... No. We'll just do it like this. What do you have for 1 mana? Oh, it's a 2 mana spell. Biosynthetic Burst? Whatever. Alright, well, the only thing about this now is I do need to play my black creatures. I'll play my Death Touch creature. I'll play the bridge. Tap one of these and pass. This way I can sacrifice this lander and still get my ramp going. And my creatures can just trade with whatever they have. And of course I'm just trading everything here. Yeah, we're just trading with the 2 creatures on the right. If they have another Biosynthetic Burst, so be it. Alright, we're at 11. That's okay. 11 is not 0. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They're getting some good surveil value here. But, I mean, look at this Galactic Wayfarer. It's just like a 2-for-1 every time. Well, they didn't even want the Cryo Shatter, so they're digging. 3rd Thawbringer. Okay. What are they looking for? Like Biomech and Engineer, maybe? Alright, we're going to get an island here with our lander. Gonna save that. Let's play Galactic Wayfarer, and... I mean, I guess I'll play this. It's a 1-drop, like I can't... I mean, I can just hold the Crasher, you know what I mean? Trade what needs to be traded, and then I have the Graph Kill here as well. Let's see, with 4 land type, Survey Mechan costs 6 mana to activate, so that's not bad. Another Biosynthetic Burst? What? Okay, I kind of want to Graph Kill this. I don't know. Yeah. It exiles it too, which is nice. I'm at 7 life. I mean, that pushed through a lot of damage. Okay. They have 1 card that we don't know about. And dang. Can't play the Battleship. It's weird. It's like I don't want to play both of these creatures. So I'm just going to play a Wayfarer here. That's the plan. Let's crack our landers. Thin out the deck, if you will. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have the Genomorph Imago. Maybe 8 is good. Maybe 9 is good. I'll trade 3 for 1 damage. I'm going to play patiently here. I'm going to play patiently. Code. Oh, that's such... Okay. Fair enough. I'm assuming they're warping this too. Oh, this kills lands. Nice, okay. Wait, they took a card better than Tractor Beam. That is not good. Starfield, okay, you know what? Let's attack. They're gonna take it 100%. Okay, alright, let's just play this, I guess. I'll hold a land here because I have the Agrarian. That's a Codecracker Hound from the opponent. I'm at 6 life. I have access to 9 mana. Can I turn this on? No. Oh wait, no, I might be able to. Yes, I can. Oh, it's only 5? I didn't realize how low it was. Wow. That's insane. Oh, I could have done that better. I could have done that better. Anyways. They have 6 damage available. I'm going for the kill here. I'm at 8 life. Like 2, 4, 5, 6. What I should have done is maybe just play the worm and then crew this and just keep this back as a 3-3. That would have been a little bit safer in case they have like some way to get 4 extra points of damage in. Pinnacle kill ship. Oh my gosh, it's a 10-10. It deals 10 damage. What the heck? Oh, it's okay. I mean, they have the double chump here. Oh, never mind. This is a lethal situation. Whew. It was a close one. Our opponent had a solid deck, for sure. But that spacecraft is pretty cool, the 8 mana one. But of course, I feel like you have to be kind of a green deck with a bunch of landers to be able to pull it off. And I mean, that's certainly what this format... Like, that's what black, green, or any green deck is really looking to do. So I feel like we have a pretty good setup for that card. All right, 2-0. Opponent on the play. We don't have a black source, but we do have double Wayfarer, and we have the Battleship. So gonna keep this. Hope we get there. One thing I'm curious about, what are your thoughts on Sammy's Curiosity? I just feel like it still feels kind of clunky because it doesn't impact the board. Like, it's good on turn 1, but like, as a 3-mana play, it's not that strong, right? Like, it's like playing a 3-mana Rampant Growth effect that gains you 2 life, which historically hasn't been that strong. So, I don't know. I mean, that's why I cut it. And I have a lot of other ways to get landers into play, but I'm not sure if I should be playing it or not. What is this? Pay 2 life, sack a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, that's a good card. Okay. I mean, most of these are nice just because they're tap lands with really, really good upside if you can, you know, eventually turn it on, but 12 is a lot. 12 is definitely a lot. So let's see. Here we have turn 3 Wayfarer, turn 4 Wayfarer plus Hull Carver, and we can just try to curve out. And then if that doesn't go according to plan, then I can run out the Battleship. Also, the Battleship kills this land, by the way. So they just played this card. I'm not that interested in letting that... They might just, like, crew this up the whole way, which I guess is fine. It's just, I mean, they just kind of built their own scrying machine, but there's not too much I can do about that. Looks like they might have a focus fire here. Which is fine. Beamsaw Prospector is pretty interesting too. It just trades with everything they have. And I can use that as another way to try to ramp. Alright, Wedgelight Rammer is a thing that they're far more interested in turning on here. It is a 3-4, and the Battleship does turn that on. So now they're going to just put 6 power into this thing. So, like, if on my side, I just have to be kind of aggressive and just attack with my creatures. Get them low. I mean, if anything, there's even a world where... they choose to keep this back, honestly. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana sources. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I might not play the Beamsaw Prospector at this point, but I still just wanted to put enough in play and make it so that it looks like I'm being aggressive. And so maybe that makes them play a little bit defensively. Maybe it makes them play more creatures onto the battlefield to deal with what I have. That's why I kind of played out my things. Now, maybe I didn't have to play out the Hull Carver, though. But yeah, I mean, if they get in for 3 in the air, that's then I can just smack them back for a lot here, right? So. And next turn, I think there's a really high chance that I just sack my 2 landers here and just try to get to 8 lands here for the battleship. So now all I need to do is just naturally draw a land, and I'll be set. Okay, this thing is almost on. 3 cards in hand. What you got? They might have a removal spell here too. Certainly possible. I would love for them to use removal. I don't want them to use that removal, though. That was a 0-point ballad. Damn. Wow. Okay. I mean, to be fair, they lost their pilot too. So, you know. It is what it is, I guess. They're at 8. Oh, man. Okay, I think I'm going to play the Wayfarer still, because it keeps the timeline color at bay. And I don't know for sure that I'm going to be able to play the Battleship next turn. Had I drawn a land this turn, I would have probably just passed and double fetched, gotten 2 lands. But instead, I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to play the Wayfarer, be able to sack a land here, or sack a lander, and then over 2 turns, I can play out the Battleship. Now, they could easily have a removal spell here, which they might be interested in using on the Wayfarer and get in for 5. Oh, another color. Sure. Is this warped in? Okay, that one is warped in. I think they have a focus fire, but... Yep. Alright, we take 5. I feel like I have to play the Beamsaw Prospector too now. Yeah. Oh, Germinating Worm. Let's see, this is in play. They haste that one in. I play this. I take 5. I go to 3, and then I play this, and I kill everything. The thing is, they can just keep warping these things in. So these are actually very, very annoying with the game plan that I'm trying to go with. Maybe I should just play the worm. I need to find a way to kill the rammer. So, like, if I can find a bite spell or something, that would be nice. Oh my gosh, these vehicles! Excuse me, spacecrafts. They feel like vehicles to me. Servandum? Yeah. That's a Servandum. Alright, I'm at 7. It's a Monolith Sentry. So they're going to play this. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 and Death Touch until end of turn. So I'm going to go down to 3 life. They're at 6. Was there a way I could kill them? These can block, right? Yeah. This is tricky. This is really, really tricky. This rammer, I mean, this is like surprisingly annoying too. But honestly, if I find a way to kill the rammer, although now that they went Sariena into Servandum, I'm probably just dead. Oh, they can hit me for 9 in the air. That's right. Cool deck. Cool deck. They had... Yeah, a lot of these... I mean, these spacecrafts were definitely problematic for us. And certainly a game where I could not figure out... Like, I couldn't get the battleship in time. And so now we're, like, in a world of trouble. Get black. Wait, they didn't crew this? Not that it matters, unfortunately. You may cast this from your graveyard for its warp cost. Sadness on the stack. Yeah, I mean, I straight up lost to these like, the thing is, the colors are literally the perfect card against sweepers, and I couldn't get them low enough. So now they're just gonna go to 2, and I'm gonna die. Yeah. Darn. Like, if this was just like any, like, just random small creatures, I'd be okay, but. Yeah, it's they were metagamed for my Extinguisher Battleship deck, unfortunately. Shucks. Okay, it's okay. 2-1. And whenever you can go Seriena into Servandum, that is busted. All right, opponent on the play. I got a 2-drop. I mean, this is just like a fine hand, I suppose. Caveron Harrier is the play from them on the play. That's very good. We drew the Battleship. All right. Playing for the late game. Are they going to hit me for 4? Oh, just 2. So they're probably playing like a pangolin here. Nope, it's a Zookeeper Mechan. We'll play a 2-drop. I mean, they went 1-drop, 2-drop on the play, and our hand is kind of slow, but we'll see. Blue, red, white. Okay. There's the pangolin. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a start. I think my best bet here, honestly, is using Biosynthetic Burst to, like, blow them out somehow. Okay. Huh. Okay, block here. Give it indestructible. Take 4, okay. Keep this back. That's a Survey Mechan. I wonder if that's better or worse than just, like, warping 2 of my Germinating Worms. This is a 1-3. That does block the board pretty well, and it's got hexproof. So I guess I'll just play something that has more board presence. Like, if they kill my Stinger, I can still block the Caveron Harrier, is my thought process here. Okay, there's a Cloud Landseeker. Alright, I think we're, like, pseudo-stabilizing here. Play a 5-mana 5/5, gain 2 life, keep everything back. Alright, we have slowed them down. They're sacking their lander because they have to. Now, they can either choose to get a land or they could have sacked it to the Scrapper. So that's obviously up to them. And, I mean, look, this Extinguisher Battleship, if I get it online, it's gonna be great. I'll happily trade my 2-mana Death Touch creature for their 4/3. And now we have this board where I will attack with the Germinating Worm. They have no good blocks. Then I'll play another one. 5/5s for the win. And it survives the Battleship. Just saying. And we're like, if I top deck an island, I can crack this, which is really good. That is a Tezzeret.
You're inferior in every possible way.
Okay. This card is not nearly as good as you would have expected. That's all I'm going to say about this one. I mean, it's fine. It's a Planeswalker. It changes how the game plays, but I just don't think it's particularly powerful.
Make yourself useful.
They have one card left with the Nutrient Block and a mishmash of things. I'm at 16 life now. What you got? I mean, given that I have the diplomatic relations, it's going to be pretty tricky for the opponent, I think. I know they have one card as well, and they have access to 3 mana, so like I have to be careful too with how I choose to use my removal. So if I do it this way, I can kill the 2 creatures on the left and accept that trade. They'll be left with a Slag Drill Scrapper. I think I'm just okay with that. Oh, I guess they're going to sack it to the Scrapper. Sack the Operator to the Scrapper. So now my question becomes, should I look to kill the Caveron Harrier with diplomatic relations? This is attacking Tezzeret, right? So yeah, why don't we do this? This one has hexproof. Target here. And then if they have a pump spell, it's not too bad anyways, right? So this is fine. That takes 3 damage? Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that ended up working out. They have a Tezzeret here. I still have a 5/5 and a 1/3. They lost their entire board, and they have an Ilvoy Infiltrator, which doesn't really work with the Tezzeret anyways. And they're basically going to have to chump block here, so... Oh, and they get to untap. Oh, look at that combo. Bam. They got me good. My assumption is they're just going to let this die. This is a 1/3. But I'll still attack with both. Okay, I will play a blocker. And I'm going to play the land here because if I draw another land, I can crack this. And obviously if I draw land, I can play this as well. So I think there's more value in playing the land. Holy cow. Come on. They had a removal spell? Unreasonable. Unreasonable. Or play Pangolin, okay. Diplomatic relations. I'm gonna play it slow here. I'm just gonna attack with the 5/5. Keep the Mechan back to block the Infiltrator. They have 1 card left. We have a removal spell. Just block. Take 2. They drew another land, sure. Okay. I mean, if I draw a land, I probably want to just sack the Mechan first before cracking the Battleship. That is a Larval Scoutlander. Okay. It's got a cost of 7. Huh. Okay, well, maybe this is a reason to... The problem is, like, I have this and I want to get to that. So I don't think I want to station this up anyways until I get to cast this. And I can also crack the Mechan at some point too. Get 2 islands. Oh, what's funny, when I can play this, I can actually craft this into a 10-10. I can't attack right away, and then I can use this to station up the Scoutlander. So I think I'm just going to attack for 5 here, and then keep up relations, and I'm looking pretty good. Yeah, I just wanted to try this card. I'm not entirely sure how good this card is. Like, it might just be better as some, you know, it might be better as the Perigi, the 5-mana 4/5 creature. It certainly could be. Crack the lander, okay. Momenon, okay. They're at 8 life. Dubious delicacy. So I can deal 3 damage to anything. It costs 7 mana to use. I suppose I can attack with the worm. See what happens. They have to chump. If they don't chump, I just kill them with the Mechan. Which is obviously a great place to be. So I think they're just going to have to chump with the Pangolin. Because, like, a part of me really wants to be able to crack this if possible. You know what I mean? And I can do this at instant speed. So let's just wait. So basically I can go like end of turn, whatever, kill something. Cryogen Relic, wow. Sure. That was actually an insane draw because they could keep this locked down too. Okay, Momenon is fine. Alright. It's a land. Sammy. Okay, so this is unblockable. Let's just kill this. Target player draws 3 cards and gains 3 life. Okay. They can hit me for 2. And we just play the Battleship here, I think. Maybe I hold on to the land, too. So kill their 2 things. Oh, next turn we can just kill them with the Battleship. All right, the Battleship's been good. I mean, the Battleship's been good. I mean, obviously it's a big build around, but when you get there, it's fantastic. It just closes out the game super, super well. I mean, literally 2-turn clock. It's a 10-10 flying trampler. Can't even chump block the thing. All right, 3-1. Opponent on the play. We do have a couple of Galactic Wayfarers and 3 lands, so we're going to keep this. Hopefully we can find like a... If they have an aggressive draw, hopefully we can find our 1-mana 4/1 or the Death Touch creatures. Just to kind of get to the late game. Alright, leading with Island. What is this? Atomic Microsizer. Okay. Okay. We have a mono sentry here. Just kind of bides us a bunch of time. Blue-white. All right, double spell deck. Turn 2 Steel Swarm Operator. Three-land deck. That's not... 3-color deck that's not green-based. Okay, well, they got the Scrap Bot. This is a really good curve for them. Sure is. Alright, well, we just have mono Galactic Wayfarers, so that's what we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the Wayfarer thing. They have 2 cards left. They just milled me for 20 cards. Okay, well, my big card is still in there, but... I just got Space-Time Anomaly. What's the win rate on that card? Like, 20 is a lot. 55%. All right. It's, I mean, look, if you play it turn 4 and I have no pressure on you. Now, granted, they're down a card. So hopefully we're okay here. I don't know. I drew the Extinguisher Battleship. I'm doing this just to clear the way for the other Wayfarer. They're going to be able to ramp with the operator plus the token, and you know, there is a lot of pressure on me to try to close out the game here, so my plan here is to try to get this Extinguisher Battleship in play as soon as possible. But I don't even know if I have enough lands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 5 lands left in my deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 5 lands left in my deck. Sure. All right, I mean, they milled us for 20. You know what I mean? They milled us for 20. Focus Fire. This thing gives trample too? Okay. Look, I got a 4/4 in play. I can't be too upset about that, right? Do I have an island left? I do not. Okay. Okay, they're chipping away. 2 cards left. Another land here for us. Attack. And... let's just play a 5/5. It survives the battleship. All right, 2 cards left. They're hitting me for 2, okay. There's a diplomatic relations. Honestly, I don't even need the battleship to win the game, unless they have another Wrath. I feel like they would have wrathed these 2 away, though. Alright, well, there you go. They milled me for 20 cards, and then I played creatures and they lost. Because instead of having a creature or a removal spell, they played a card that mills me for 20 cards. Alright, 4-1. Galactic Wayfarer, thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. It's the mythic common of the format, okay? It's the mythic common of the format. It just gives you so many different directions to build your deck. You know, it's like a great mana fixer, good body. Like, it just does everything. Alright, turn 2! Genomorph. Happy enough about that. They can't do anything for 2 mana at instant speed. I guess they could bounce it with the uncommon. Nope, Galactic Wayfarer. Very good. I I will also... I'll see your Galactic Wayfarer and do the same thing. Now, if they attack me, I think I just take it. We'll see, though. I mean, there's a really good chance they use some kind of fight spell here. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they went Diplomatic Relations on the Xenomorph and then attack. If they do that, I should block. Ooh, Siege Ship Agrarian. I don't want them to go off with that one. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't ideal. Like, a swamp would have been really nice just so I can play something else, but I don't know. I felt like it was pretty important to just not let them go too crazy with the Agrarian. It's another Galactic Wayfarer. Their deck looks excellent. Double Wayfarer and Agrarian. And a Gene Pollinator. Alright. Oh, we drew a land here. That's excellent. So now I can pump this into a 3/3 flyer. And then now we have a couple of good options. I can either, you know, I kind of like Crasher plus Hull Carver. I feel like they have to kill the Xenomorph next turn if they have the ability to. Otherwise, I mean, it can get pretty out of hand. If they had a fight spell before, they probably would have used it. I mean, okay, Sammy's Curiosity, they have so many landers. They're going to need to try to find a way to use all of this. Okay. Interesting. The thing is, I don't really have to do anything. Yeah. Okay. Now what? Okay. I mean, they're gonna sack one of their landers. Honestly, after they blocked, what they should have done is tapped. They could have sacked 2 landers this turn, so I think that was a pretty big misstep. Like, only sacking the 1 is pretty bad, right? They could have used this for mana as well. Zookeeper mech... Oh, so they're a red-green deck, I guess? Okay. They have 3 lands available. I guess I should sack this lander. I mean, I feel like they have something here, but... whatever. Let's go with Swamp. Okay. It could be a Desculpting Blast, like I thought before. They targeted my 5/4 and not my 6/6. Okay. Alright, they're dead. Boom! Alright. I am a believer in the Xenomorph. And, yeah, I mean, obviously, playing it turn 2 is super lucky. I only have 2 islands in my deck. But you know what? Every now and then, you're going to draw them both, and it's going to be great. And, alright, this deck is certainly playing out quite well. I didn't think it was that powerful, but we are 5-1. We needed this. We needed this so badly. Alright, opponent on the play here. We do have a totally fine hand. Turn 1 Hull Carver here always makes me feel pretty good about... Like, the thing is, you don't want too many of these, but when you have some, you just feel much better about the ability for your deck to get to the late game, that's all. Virus Beetle is so annoying. Just gain some life, use our mana. The thing is, like, I want basically all my lands and ways to get to the Extinguisher Battleship, so... I'm shocked they didn't attack with Virus Beetle. Alright, we'll play out a Galactic Wayfarer here. I guess they all... I mean, why not attack there? Do you have a sweeper too? Like, are you playing like a really defensive game too? Who knows? I mean, they're warping this in. They better have another good play. Oh, yep, that's good. That is definitely good. Land would be great. That is not a land. We're just gonna play 3/3s for days. This is probably going to pressure my opponent to play out the Night Luminary. They also have 5 cards in hand. Another Virus Beetle? Get lost. Get lost! Their deck is sweet. It's a well-built deck. I'm gonna put pressure on my opponent. And then I will sack my 2 landers here to get some lands going. Servondum. Okay. Ouch. Holy cow. Now you attack. Okay. Do I block? It's rough because I need to block this, but I also don't want to take all this damage. I'm pretty far away. But the thing is, all the creatures get Death Touch again. But then if they kill my Germinating Worm, it's a disaster. But I also want to keep my life total very high. Let's keep my life total high. It's not great, though. Dubious Delicacy is not perfect here. This thing has Death Touch too? That's ridiculous. I'll play Germinating Worm. You know they have a removal spell here. Yeah, you just knew it. Alright. We're getting Servondumed. We're getting Servondumed out of the tournament. Another creature here? Yep. Maybe I should have kept the Death Touch creature around, but then being able to go removal spell plus another creature. Okay. Oh, you know what, guy? Enjoy your Thai chicken wrap. Nice deck. Legitimately. Very nice deck. Sometimes you get run over. Sometimes... that's why we took it really high. Now, I don't think I have a good setup for Servondum. Like, I don't think I need to splash it necessarily. Maybe I should... You know what? You know what? I take that back. Maybe I should splash it. It is a 4/4 lifelinker. Maybe I should just play it. Okay, 2 swamps. All these cards are bad. I'm gonna mulligan that. I kept it. It's another 2-lander. I'll get rid of Biosynthetic Burst. Just need to find a 3rd land here. It's a Gene Pollinator. Alright, Command Bridge turn 2 when I don't have anything to play is fine. Yeah, maybe I'll... should I play Servondum in this deck? If it was a 4-5, oh, come on. You shouldn't play this card in your deck. Alright, Frenzied Baloth. It hits pretty hard. Okay, easiest block of my life. I mean, easiest attack of their life, too, for what it's worth. Alright, no land here for us. Another block. Okay. Maybe they'll slow down, so that because I need time to be able to sack these landers. Oh gosh. They warped it? Okay, they got a land, so they didn't have any creatures to get. Maybe. Now they can play a 3-drop, if they have it. Really good start from the opponent. Meltstrider Eulogist, okay. Good value, and we did find a land. I am going to just get 2 lands this turn. I think that's just going to open myself up for a lot more flexibility and good plays. Okay, auxiliary boosters. Over the Shepherd, huh? Okay. Let's go get a swamp. Let's go get another swamp. Play a land. Okay. Sadly, with the worm, I can't, like, play the worm plus something else. Survey Mechan doesn't seem that strong here. Although, I guess I could play both of these. That seems fine. I'll just take 3 in the air. And it's got hexproof. Okay. So it costs 6 mana to use. So, I mean, that's going to buy me some life points as well. And get me a bunch of cards. So if I do that, then I can find a land, then I can sack my lander, or I can put the Germinating Worm in. Pulsar Squadron Ace is the play from the opponent. It looks like they hit something. Oh my gosh. We are losing to some good decks. There are so many good cards in this format. It's kind of silly. We'll take it. So Biosynthetic Burst was good. Maybe I just play Germinating Worm. Like, if I do that, then I'm mostly just taking damage from my flyer. From their flyer, rather. 2 cards in hand, plus this Starfield Shepherd. Like, all their stuff is too big, so like I can't actually utilize my Mechan. It's just kind of a way to block their 2/3s. Oh my god. All Fate Stalker? Are you kidding? It doesn't give hexproof, so... Yep. Wait, they warped it in? Why did they warp it in? Maybe it's like a fight spell or something? Okay, it's a Starfield Shepherd. I mean, it costs 12 to use. 4, 3, okay. The problem is I can't kill this frigate. Oh, I suppose I can. It's not great, though. Basically, if I kill it, I lose my mechan. But I probably want to kill this frigate. So I kind of don't have a choice. Alright. I'm at 3. Oh yeah, this is not good. Definitely not good. I need that 8 mana spacecraft. None of my things fly. Basically, I might just be dead here. Alright, we take 3. Basically, like, if they play the Ulfate Stalker, I need to draw the big spacecraft. If I draw the big spacecraft, we're still potentially in it. I don't know. Brutguard Elite. Okay, now my spacecraft doesn't work. Wow, their deck is so good. Look at this. They're just gonna make a freaking +6/+6 on something. A 7/8. Spacecraft 23. All right. All right. My downfall in this draft were the white spacecraft cards. You know, I was feeling pretty good, but then I just kind of got run over by those flyers, unfortunately. But you know what? At least we got to 5 wins this time around. That's certainly better than where we were before. And I'm not sure if I should have, like, splashed a Servandum. Maybe. Like, I could have probably just cut an island and just play a Plains. Do something like this. Play the Servandum just because it's just a giant big lifelinker. But then if I did, I would have to cut something. I'm not entirely sure. Like, my spell count is already so low. I'm not sure what I should have cut. It's probably going to be something on the top end here. Given that I added a Plains here, I'm probably not cutting the Survey Mechan, in which case it's probably going to be between an Ice Cave Crasher or a Germinating Worm. Maybe it's just a Crasher. Like, I know this card's been, you know, a lot of people have been talking about this and it's been doing pretty well, but I can certainly see cutting one. I think the Worm generally might be a little bit worse, but I like the fact that I can play it early to gain life. And then additionally, the fact that it survives the Extinguisher Battleship and it's a 5/5 to crew means I think this could have been a potentially better scenario. But we lost to the Servandum twice and then we lost to the, you know, just a really, really solid green-white deck that was able to get a lot of value. And you know what? I don't know if I necessarily agree with the, like, play a bunch of cheap creatures things. I think it's just important not to get run over by random stuff. But if everybody drafts in that fashion, you still need to make sure that you have good stuff to go over the top in the end. That's how we lost, and that's how a lot of other people lost. It's just respect the fact that you need to play some stuff early, but the games can still go long, and you need to have a good plan for that, right? So for us, it was the Battleship, which was fantastic in the games that I was able to cast it, but there is a world of difference between 7 mana and 8 mana. And oftentimes, these big win conditions cost 7 mana. And that definitely cost us in some of the games that we played. So just be mindful of that. It is a very, very heavy cost. You cannot put 8 mana spacecrafts in just any deck. You need to have a deck that's capable of creating like 6 lander cards or drawing a bunch of cards or perhaps cheating and reanimating this into play. Like if I was a black-green deck and I had the 2 mana 2/3 that mills yourself for 3, get this thing back from the graveyard, that would be absurd if I could do something along those lines. Sadly, we did not. But I thought this deck was solid, nothing too special, and honestly, a 5-3 finish is something that I'm pretty happy with. Galactic Wayfarer still continues to impress me. It's just fantastic. I will basically take this over just about any common. It plays to the board, lets you fix, just kind of does everything that you want for a really, really good cost. A good way to think about this is you take Dauntless Scrapbot super high because it's an artifact. This has 2 more toughness, and it's a common, right? This card is fantastic. Generally, do not pass this. It is the best, or top 3 common in the set, and we got it like 5th and 6th pick in the first pack, which kind of made us move into green. Green was certainly very open, and I am reasonably happy with this result. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want booster boxes of Edge of Eternity, or you wanted to buy some cards for your standard, modern, pioneer, or even your commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, you name it, they got it. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.